Hey enablers, Mike Kunkel here. I was off last week unexpectedly due to a death in our family, and I missed publishing a newsletter. I'm working now, but I'm still catching up. So this week, I didn't want to skip the newsletter again entirely, but it will be brief. That said, the topic is both important and perhaps unexpected given what I normally talk about. This week, I want to touch on the topic of mental toughness for sales enablement. Burnout, stress, imposter syndrome, mental health. These are topics that I'm seeing an increasing number of people post and talk about publicly more than any other time in my 40-year business career. Now, I want to be clear that I don't have any issue with the authenticity, transparency, or vulnerability behind these communications. What concerns me sometimes, though, is how much I'm hearing about it, how it's impacting so many people, and that I don't hear an equal amount of communication about how to deal with it. It's completely okay if you have these thoughts or feel stressed, but left unaddressed, it will affect your health, your career, and the results you can deliver as a sales enablement professional. So in this brief video and newsletter, I'm going to point you towards some resources that I believe can help. None of these resources are meant to replace therapy, medications, or other professional support if you need those things. I'm not a medical professional, and I can't diagnose or treat afflictions. But if you are a corporate athlete, as Jim Lohr calls us, and you're feeling beat down by the game of business, listen up. Here are a few resources for you. Jim Lohr, Loehr, officially it's James E. Lohr, and he's written a lot of books on this topic, starting with Mentally Tough and including The Power of Full Engagement, Managing Energy Not Time is the Key to High Performance and Personal Renewal, which he co-authored with Tony Schwartz, founder of The Energy Project. Jim's work helps people align their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual selves. I read Jim's first book in the early 90s and hired him to speak to a group of top sales performers at Hyatt in 1996. His content is excellent, and it has personally helped me perform at higher levels longer. Jim says it's not the stress that's the problem. Stress, both good and bad, is unavoidable. The real problem is the insufficient volume of recovery to balance the stress. It's the stress recovery cycle. You'll hear a similar message from Tony Schwartz at theenergyproject.com. Search on Amazon or your favorite search engine and hunt down their books on mental toughness and energy management, where you can learn how you can ensure to have a long, successful, and healthy career where you can give everything you've got to get results without grinding yourself to dust in the process. So that's my message for this week, enablers. I hope it helps as you strive to make an impact with enablement.